Playing casinos and bars, that's a no-go. Your 10 toes is allergic to the hostro. You never clean or cook. Every love and hip-hop scene you look, to TV screens you hooked. You got a drug habit and a thug habit. So thugs with drugs and no cash, you let them stab it. All this trapping you doing, but ain't never got a choosing fee. And you call yourself refusing me? Let's go.
But you want all this pimpin' you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimpin', then bitch, you getting ignored.
Okay.
I'm so sick of these.
You know, it's natural for us as people, when we get into a new culture, way of life, career, what have you, to kind of like adapt to what we see, right? So if you get into sales and you're a beginner at sales, a lot of times you're gonna pick up different things from what you see the people around you doing and kind of, put that into your mix, right? Same thing with gang banging. If somebody is gang banging, and they new to that lifestyle, they gonna pretty much pick up on what they see their homies doing, and they gonna kind of emulate that, right? Same thing with spirituality, whatever it is, and it's no different with the pimping and the hoeing. When we get into the game, we gonna pretty much in the beginning, emulate what we see around us in so many ways, right? Now, most people, average people, they gonna pretty much stick to what they learned in the beginning and kind of like grow in that same lane, right? But you have exceptional people that have their own mind, they independent thinkers, and they gonna kind of like gradually, evolve into their own. That's just like entertainment. You got people that are talented and they have a certain level of talent, and they evolve within that level of talent. But then you have exceptional people like a Michael Jackson. He obviously did more than just sing and dance. Of course, when he started out, he was, emulating Jackie Robinson and James Brown, so on and so forth. Then he became Michael Jackson, while everybody else was still emulating James Brown and Jackie Wilson and what have you, right? So I say all of that to say, when it comes to this hoeing, right? In today's times, you got a lot of young chicks getting in the game, and they see different broads in the game moving a certain way, talking a certain way, walking a certain way, thinking a certain way, and this is all they see. So naturally they gonna pick up some of the same characteristics. But I'm here to tell you, the shit that y'all picking up on is not the way. And take it from somebody who got the foresight, who know where hoes go when they start off like this. It's not a good way to start. And what I mean by this is, like, all of this, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't work the track, you don't work the carpet, or you don't work the strip club, or you don't do this and you don't do that. The worst thing you could do is get involved in something and be focused on what you don't do. Now, it's good to have dignity. It's a must to have dignity. It's a must to have integrity. But it's a whole different thing when you think you're too good for certain things. It's a fine line between that. And when you involved in hoeing, what you really should be doing is surrendering yourself to some pimping, right? That's the ultimate thing. But even if you ain't doing that, just the essence of being a hoe, a good hoe is gonna be focused on what she's going to do, not what she ain't gonna do. It's just so many of y'all in the game right now that focus on what you ain't gonna do. You don't do this, you don't do that, you too good for this, you too good for that. And the cold part about it is, like I said, you don't see where that leads you. You don't see where you're going. If you're gonna be like the majority, pay attention to what the majority does, pay attention to what they got going on, pay attention to how they end up. Just in this 2020 is almost over with, right? Just think about it. A lot of y'all that's watching this video right now have been through so many changes just in this 1 year. How many different places have you lived? Have you even had a place to live? How many different hotels you done stayed in for months at a time? Right? How many different folks have you had? How many different dudes have you called your boyfriend in the game, or your P in the game, or whatever the case may be? How many different family members have you lived with? Right? How many times have you lost all of your clothes and all of your shit and had to start all over again? How many phones have you lost? How many IDs have you lost? Do you have an ID right now? You know? And this all goes hand in hand with that mindset of, you know, I'm not gonna do this, being focused on what you ain't gonna do, right? Because when you focus more so on what you ain't gonna do than what you're supposed to be doing, you're not gonna be productive. You're not gonna make no progress in the game. And bad habits, it's just so many different bad habits that go along with that mentality. On the flip side of that coin, having the mindset of, I'm going to do this. This is what I need to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this to the best of my ability. That's the right mindset to have, because just like with the wrong mindset to have, the right mindset is a lot of good habits that go along with that. Then you're going to open yourself up for consistency, and you ain't going to be going through so many changes like you have just in 2020 alone. You know, you should want consistency. You should want stability. You know, and a lot of y'all think that you ain't gonna be doing this 10 years from now, but at the rate that you're going, not only are you gonna be doing this 10 years from now, but you're gonna be stuck on the same level that you at right now 10 years from now. You ain't gonna evolve. You're not gonna grow. You're not gonna make any type of progress. And you'll be done burnt a whole lot of bridges along the way. And people that's fucking with you right now, they ain't gonna be fucking with you later on in life. You did? But a lot of this shit starts with having the mindset of focusing on what you're gonna do, what you need to do. You know, you should be focused on being the best at what you're doing. Being the best that you could be in this game, as opposed to focusing on, you know, what you ain't gonna do and what you shouldn't have to do and all this old type of shit. And the cold part about it, you know, a lot of y'all ain't even got shit. How you gonna get in the game and be in the game and be focused on what you ain't gonna do, but you ain't got shit? You know, with all these quote unquote standards that you got, you over there, you know, sleeping on your mama's couch or sleeping on your cousin or your auntie's floor, or, you know, just ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, just ain't got shit going on. That's terrible, especially for somebody in the game. And then a lot of y'all think you too good for the pimping, but you can't even afford the pimping. It's just a whole backwards way of living, a whole backwards mindset. You know, throw that shit away. You did? And I know, just like it's hard for, you know, a P to find some solid hoeing, it's hard for some solid hoeing to find the right P too. I understand that. But when you develop that right mindset, you're going to be on your way and that much closer to finding the right P to put in your life. You dig? So throw that bad mindset that comes with all them bad habits away and pick up the right mindset. Focus on what you need to be doing and focus on being the best that you could be and everything that goes along with that. You dig? Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. Go ahead, put some of this good old love shit in your body like so. I holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up. And we'll be coming up. Really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, you gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands, while these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with, bitch, and that's so lame. Now come and take a sip of